Right, we're now going to start round 15, and I have deployed the here's one I made earlier to show you, because what we're going to be doing with round 15 is a partial round, which is to say, if I show you here, okay, this section you can see is exactly as we've got in our version, our dark pink version, which is with the just the double crochets filling in the chain space loops. But if I just swizzle it around, you will see, get that out of the way, that we've got some sections, and again, please don't worry about the curly upness of it. That is definitely a word. Don't worry about that, because the blocking will take care of that. But if you can see, some sections have got extra bits on. Okay, not all the way around, but some have. You can see we've got an extra bit here, and then an extra bit on here. So basically what I'm trying to say is, from round 15 we're going to just be working partial rounds. We're going to be going backwards and forwards over, I guess it is half, maybe. Hang on, is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, it's about half of our mandala. We're going to be working just kind of half of it. And that's going to work. The reason we're going to be working just the half of it to build up the edges is because we're going to be joining, aren't we, to our centre part of the shawl. So we don't need to be working all the way around ad nauseum. We just need to be working a little bit to finish off, because the other parts will be joined to the shawl part in the middle. So anyway, I'll stop waffling and we'll get on with it. Right, so I'm doing it a little bit differently for this round, for round 15, because what I've got here is the first part of it that I have already completed, because I want you to see what we're trying to achieve. All right, it's got this beautiful kind of, I think it looks like a tiara, which it makes me very happy to think that. You've kind of building the more of these arches or loops, you're building more of those. But if you look, you're starting with a right down here with a double crochet, then we're moving to a treble and a couple of double trebles, all the way up to these triple trebles that are sitting at the sort of center point, and then coming down again to double trebles, trebles and doubles. So it's sort of building up, like I said, into this kind of tiara situation. And we're going to do that twice for round 15. So we're not going to go all the way round. As I said, we're just doing 2 lots of this particular pattern. So it does require a little bit of concentration, but you'll be absolutely fine. There's nothing in there that you don't already know. What I do want to show you, however, is where to put the stitches. So I'm just going to take that back actually. So first and foremost, before I do this, the thing to notice here, and it is very clear on your pattern, is that I have turned the work now, and I'm working with the wrong side facing me. All right, so you can see the wrong side of the work here. So you can pretend that I'm now starting my round, because it is an absolute repeat of what I've already done here. So I've turned my work. I've got the wrong side facing me, and I'm going to start by putting a double crochet in. Now, where does that double crochet go? I will show you. With the we've filled in the arches, the chain space arches or loops or whatever you want to call them. We filled them in on the last round with all these lovely double crochets, and if you remember, we hopped across from one to the next without doing any bridging with chains or anything like that. So where I'm putting the stitches, if I show you here, you can see there's quite a natural stitch or space that runs between the two, this one here. And so for all the stitches, not the chains, but for all the stitches, that's kind of where I'm aiming, in between those arches all the way around. All right, so let's start. So I'm going to start by putting a double crochet. Don't forget, we're working UK terminology, sorry. And the other thing I wanted to say to you, which I found helpful, is every time I put a stitch in, I'm having to put in 6 chains as a kind of a partner to it, so I can remember to do that. So I'm doing 1 double crochet, and I'm now going to put in 6 chain partners, and those 6 chains are forming those lovely kind of loopy arcs of our tiara. All right, so double crochet. I'm now going to put in a treble crochet in the next sort of center point between two arches. So I'm building up the height of my stitches. All right, and I'm putting in 4, 5, it's 6 chain partner. There it is. Okay, now I'm going to start with, I'm now going to do double treble, and I'm going to do this one twice. All right, so 1 double treble, so yarn around the hook twice for a double treble, put my hook in that space between the two, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and I'm going to put in its 6 chain partner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and I'm going to do exactly the same again, so another double treble in the next one along. Okay, and it's 6 chain partner. Anyone else got Wild West movies in their head? 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so we've done that twice. Now I'm going to do those magnificently long stitches, the triple trebles. So that is around, yarn around the hook 3 times, 1 and 2 and 3. Exactly the same as before, finding the sort of center point between those two arcs. Yarn over through 2, that's once, twice, 3 and 4. Now again, do your 6 chain partner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But with the triple trebles, we are actually going to, we've got to do 3 of them, and we're going to put them all into the same place. Okay, that is the only time we're going to do that on this round, all into the same place. So that's 1. Here comes number 2. And don't forget, always with the 6 chain partner. 3, 4, 5 and 6. And here's the last one. Triple trebles are tremendously tall. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I will do its 6 chain partner, but you can see that's going to be forming the center point of our tiara. It's a definite tiara. And here comes its 6 chain partner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. I'm so excited about that part. And 6. Right, so we've reached the pinnacle of the height of the stitches. We're now going to come back down, shorten them again. So that was a triple treble. We're now going to do double trebles. And I don't know if you remember going up the other side, we did this twice. So we're going to do the same again. We're just mirroring it, coming round the other side. So that's 1 double treble, 1 6 chain partner, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Oh, I just need to get some more yarn. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's 1 double treble. Now here comes the second one. Oh, am I off the screen? Oh, I'm so sorry. And 2 and 3 and 6 chain partner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So that was the second of the 2 double trebles. Now we're going to do 1 treble. Okay, in the normal place between 2 arcs. 6 chain partner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That was the treble. And 6 chain partner. And finally we're going to finish up by putting in 1 double crochet. Okay, so we'll just stop there. That completes round 15. Now obviously I've done that twice through, so you can see just about, I've got, can you see just about? Yep, I've got the light in my eyes. It's hard to say, this filmmaking lark. Right, you can see just about, there's my tiara point over that side, and there's my tiara point over that side. So round 15, we're working a partial round, roughly half of our mandala, working it with the wrong side facing, and we're kind of building up to a crescendo of really tall stitches and coming right the way back down and doing the same thing again, build up to a crescendo and come right the way down. Okay, so a little bit more to concentrate on round 15, but absolutely within your reach. So that was round 15. Right, round 16, the last round of the mandala, and it's not a round at all actually, it's just a very short piece of work. So before we begin, we're going to turn the work again. So we are working again with the right side of the mandala facing us, and all we're going to be doing is putting some double crochet in the first few loops, so the first 5 loops in fact, 1 2 3 4 5, and dead easy 6 double crochet in each of those. No twiddly bits, nothing to count really, and that is all we're going to do. So I'll whiz along there and you'll see what that looks like. Okay, that's done. So you can see I've just got 1 2 3 4 and 5 loops, which are now filled with lovely double crochet, 6 double crochet. The last thing I am asked to do in my pattern is 1 chain. Now what I'm going to do for this next part is pop one of the stitch markers in, just to hold that there, because that stitch is going to remain live. What we're now going to do is measure 7 meters of yarn from our yarn cake and cut it and put it to one side. Let me show you. I've already done this. Very much loving the here's one I made earlier. I've already done that and wound it into a little ball for my previous mandala. So if you do that, use your stitch marker, as I said, just to keep that live stitch not unraveling, and wind 7 meters off onto a ball. And then the next time you're going to pick up these mandalas will be to join them to the center point of the scarf, which is the lovely corner to corner section. So mandalas are done.